I want you to think about this. Let's frame Jared Goff to the Lions, Matt Stafford to the Rams. Let's frame this from the Los Angeles side. Not because I live here, because of what happened. They used 6 draft picks, most of them great picks, to move up to get Goff. And then they gave away 3 draft picks, 2 first-rounders to get rid of him. 9 draft picks. The whole time they paid him. This year, they'll have $22 million of dead money. In fact, Jared Goff is a larger cap hit to the Rams this year than their starting quarterback, Matt Stafford. And you ask, what the hell are they doing? This is about Sean McVay. That tells you how much confidence and how much belief Stan Kroenke, the owner, and Les Snead, to a lesser degree, have in Sean McVay. You do not do this unless you've got what you believe is the next Bill Walsh. You do not surrender 9 picks, pay a guy a fortune, and take a $22 million cap hit for a guy that's in another uniform. This is about McVay, the belief in the building. We got the right guy. We built a good roster. The quarterback just doesn't work. And I'm going to give you the day. I'm going to give you the day it happened. Many people will say, oh, they lost to the Jets. That was the day. Remember the loss to the Dolphins? Miami had 8 first downs, and they still beat them because Goff had, as you recall, 4 turnovers. No. You know, everything closer to home is more personal. You lose to the Jets, you don't talk about them. You're not in the same division. You lose to the Dolphins, they're down in, it's a 5-hour flight away. I've always said this, when your brother lives next to you and he gets a new car every year, that stings. Who lives next to Sean McVay and the Rams? NFC West, San Francisco 49ers. Kyle Shanahan is the only thing in the way of best young coach in the NFL is Sean Mc... Oh, wait, it's Kyle Shanahan. He beats him head-to-head. Same division. They lost on November 29th to Kyle Shanahan, McVay's coaching rival, the 49ers, with Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins came down to Los Angeles, and all relationships have breaking points. You've been in one, I've been in one. There's a moment, there's a bad dinner, he's inconsiderate, she's mean, it's a breaking point. November 29th, Nick Mullins and Kyle Shanahan beat Jared Goff and the Rams because Goff has 2 picks and a fumble. At home, McVay was furious. For the first time, publicly ripped Goff. And after that game, on the drive home in Los Angeles, McVay gets on the phone and he calls Les, and Les says, call Stan Kroenke. And he says, Stan, do you believe in me? Because we've hit a ceiling. We can't win big. I got you to 1 Super Bowl. I can't get you to another. Matt Stafford's on the market. The Niners may have him. Niners wanted him, by the way, too. So this is all about Sean McVay, November 29th, losing to division rival, coaching rival Shanahan, who beat him with Nick Mullins. Wasn't the Jets' loss. It won the Dolphins' loss, and those didn't help. But in that moment, McVay made a decision and used his power. He's got it and he deserves it. He's a hell of a young coach, but he used it in that moment. You do not take a $22 million cap hit for a guy not in your roster and trade 9 picks, most great, and pay a guy unless you have Belichick-level trust and belief in your coach. The second part of this, of course, is Matt Stafford. Oh, he is wildly talented. I'm over it. You got to win more games. Arm, yes. Athlete, pretty good. Here's the key. And I'm a little cynical. The one time in his career he's had a top 10 defense, he went 11-5. He now has a top 2 defense. And Cam Akers. And good receivers. And a good coach. It's time for Matt Stafford to deliver. I heard forever Tracy McGrady was amazing. It's the next MJ. Yeah, MJ won. And MJ didn't know to have the right coach and the right teammates. It's time for Matt Stafford to deliver. Am I a little cynical? Yeah. Do I think he's better than Goff? Yeah, better athlete, better arm, no question. But here's Here's a big part of this. When the LA Rams made this move, the odds on Fox Bet went from 18-1 to 13-1 to win the Super Bowl. And more importantly, because this is more realistic, the Rams went from third place in their division to first place odds in their division. It was a belief in McVay and a feeling they'd hit a ceiling. And now, Matt Stafford, I'm rooting for you. I think you'll be better, but prove me wrong. I've been hearing about your talent for years. Okay, so this morning I am driving to work after, your typical restless night's sleep. I cannot sleep. And Brady and Mahomes is the Super Bowl. And I'm thinking to myself, this is, Tony Romo has a quote here. This is going to be LeBron facing Michael and Jack Nicklaus against Tiger Woods. And I thought about this. Tom Brady's the GOAT, right? But let's be honest about it. It's due to his accomplishments. He doesn't have the arm of an Elway. He can't run around like Aaron Rodgers. He's not as cool as certain guys like Mahomes. But he is the GOAT because the dude just wins all the time, even when he's behind late in Super Bowls. But remember a few years ago when Aaron Rodgers, with one Super Bowl, there was real discussions, 5-6 years ago. He's the GOAT. And you're like, whoa, time out. Brady's got 4. You can't have 1. And Brady's got 4, and you're the GOAT. But a lot of legitimate people and media people bought into it. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers throws like a GOAT should throw. And he moves like a GOAT should move. And he plays stylistically like a GOAT should be at quarterback. I mean, Bill Russell, let's be honest, has 11 rings, almost double Michael Jordan. We never even considered him the GOAT. Why? Because aesthetically, stylistically, he didn't even look as good as Wilt. I mean, MJ came along, won half the titles of Bill Russell. But when you watched MJ play, he was cooler, hang time, the hands, the style, the mid-range jumper, the toughness, the guile, that's what a GOAT should look like. So we didn't care about overall titles. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you want to talk the greatest basketball player ever, I can make an argument it's Kareem. I looked it up this morning. Kareem's got more points than MJ, more MVPs than MJ, more finals appearances, also 6 titles, more all-star games, and was a more dominant defensive player. But come on. Style, Kareem didn't have it. So when I look at Mahomes, I thought about this morning. If Patrick Mahomes wins Sunday, his second, and he beats Brady head-to-head, there will be arguments to be made he's the GOAT. Because he plays like a GOAT. He throws like the GOAT. He's cool like the GOAT. He's better from behind than he is leading. That's very GOAT-ish. And so if he beats Brady Sunday, and I think he will, there will be legitimate people who entertain the GOAT conversation. We never really even talked about this stuff. I never heard the term used until MJ. Were sports radio hosts in the 60s getting into Wilt Russell GOAT talk? I mean, I know radio was around in the 60s. I don't think sports talk was. But there's a way, in our mind, we think greatest looks and plays a certain way. It's not Russell. It's more Wilt. It's not Bird. It's more MJ cool. And it's not Brady. It's more Mahomes and Rodgers. And so if he wins Sunday, I think you're going to hear it. And I think if he wins a third, that will be enough for half the people, legitimate people, to say, no, it's Mahomes. That left-handed, doesn't look, moves around, 80 yards, that's the GOAT. And I'll entertain those. Don't have to agree with them, I'll entertain them. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.